Hello everyone, Trigan here. Welcome back to Fishing Barents Sea. Don't forget, if you like this video, tickle that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Yes, we are back to the other boat because I have figured out how to do the crabbing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go out and do a little crabbing. But I also discovered, my plan had been to get that crabbing boat next. I don't think that's a good idea now. The reason being is that I have discovered that we are right at the end. See, it's October 7th, and October is the end of the crabbing season. So I really don't think it's a good idea for us to do any of that today. But I did figure out how to do this. So we need to actually get up. Lance can't help us. I've actually got Lance down working as engineer. I have an engineer on our other boat. Actually, I have a full crew on the other boat now. And he does a great job of keeping the boat repaired, so I don't have to pay for repairs. But here's how things go with the crabbing. We grab a basket, we stick it up there, we grab bait, we put bait in the basket, then we toss it out. And I probably should go ahead and give us a little throttle, keep moving forward a ways. Okay. So we'll go ahead and let ourselves get a little space here. Grab another basket, put it on there, bait it. And throw it out. And that's how you do it. That's why we couldn't figure out how to do it before, because all this stuff has to be done manually. It's so much different than any of the other stuff. Now, I assume if we get on the big fishing boat, that because that thing has a crew of 8, or the big crabbing boat, that thing has a crew of 8. So I assume that that particular thing, the crew will do all the work for you. But obviously, on this boat, they can't. We have no automation whatsoever. And it's all weirdly behind. I sort of like this. This is... No, I want you up there. I sort of like this. It's sort of cool the way you can actually, do the work yourself instead of just hitting a button while you're driving. Nope. There. There. And you can see I did stock this boat up entirely because, as I said, I don't think it's going to be a good idea for us to get the big crabbing boat, which means I'm going to be continuing. It's been really slow going. Part of the reason why it's been so long since video is it's been really slow going. The other boat, I figured that even though we can easily fill up the cargo space in that boat, and I do have that cargo space maxed, even though we can easily fill up the cargo space in that boat with one line, it's better to use 2. Because that way I don't have to count on having, really great fishing areas. I can have just a couple mediocre ones, and I still get filled up. Alright, so our crab pots are out. All 8 of them, I believe. Is that how many I placed? Yeah, we placed them all in a row. Hopefully that's far enough apart for them. Now we've just got a long wait until they're all ready. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, I've been just basically sailing around blowing time. Nope, nope, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay. So let's go ahead and try to get over here. Yeah. There we go. Crab pots are getting to be ready. Let's zoom in. This thing's behind me here. And I don't know, we bought those 2 crab pots before, and that was all I did was just take those 2 out to, see if I could learn how to actually do this. And so I don't know what sort of money we're looking at for being able to do this, for doing the crabbing. But I sort of feel like what I should do, since this is the last month of crabbing season, I should spend the rest of this month on this boat doing crabbing and earn as much money with this as I can. And then we can go back up to Growler's Pride, to the big boat. Whoa, 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 we got a little closer than I intended. Back up to Growler's Pride, to the big boat, and finish using up its quota. And then I'll probably end up having to get a new boat, because we're not going to get a crabbing boat. And we don't have anywhere near the money necessary for a trawler. Trawler is like $15 million. We've got 6. But maybe if I get one more large boat of some sort, that will be enough income to buy a trawler. But either way, it's going to be a while before I can do anything more. Alright, so we grab that, we set it here, open it up, and then you just E on it until it's empty. Oh, you can hold E. Oh, that's awesome. I like that. Okay, so that's empty. So we'll grab the crab pot, put it back over here. Then what we have to do is check each one of these crabs. That's a male, because you cannot catch females. That is against the law. You pay a stiff fine if you catch females. So far, all males. But I guess the males breed much faster than the females, so it's not as big a problem as you would think. See, that's a female. You can see how it doesn't have that weird pie shape on its bottom. So we can toss her back. Another male. Another female. Another male. And another male. Okay, so then we take this and we put it back over here. King crab, we got 60. Which you can see doesn't put much of a dent in our what you call it. Okay, now we're trying to get turned around here so I'm facing the right way. Where is the next one? There it is. I see it. Since we laid them in a neat line, hopefully I can just, if I can get lined up, so to speak, with the line, then I can just go from one to the next and just keep picking them each up. I don't see the next one after this one, though. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it up ahead. Okay, and I don't know how the barrels relate. Obviously we use them for storing, but I don't know if the barrel storage is what we have to work with as opposed to, you know, the regular storage aboard ship. So the more barrels we get, the more we can store. Let's empty this one out. Or if I hold it all the way, yep, it just finishes up. Okay. Alright, well, I've got a lot of these to do, so that's what we're going to be doing for a while. Alrighty, this is the last pot, Growler.
Yeah. Good. This is taking too darn long.
It is very interactive, isn't it? But I'm tired of fixing the holes in this boat. Lance, why are there holes in the boat? This is a fairly new boat. We've had it, what, 2 months or something. There should not be holes in the boat. If there are any holes in the boat, you're making the holes in the boat. Okay. Go ahead and get up. Haul in our line, or haul in our basket. Getting pretty adept at doing this, though. Open her up and pour the crabs out. Store that away. That's our whole stack of crab things. It's not hard to tell the males from the females, at least. Should get used to it. It's just looking for those little lines. Female. Last basket, we had quite a few females. There's 2, 3, and there's another one that we... Oh, I think that was male. Shoot, I just threw him out. Well, lucky him. And that's another female. Alright. Well, only 31 this time. We've run out of storage. Well, that's fine, because we're done. Alright. Close the door, Growler. Close the door, Growler. I don't know why it's so hard to... Okay, leave the door open, Growler. I don't know why it's so hard to do some of this stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to get that big crabbing boat after all, because I think, the crab season is going to end in 20 days, and we'll end up with a crab boat we can't really do anything with. But I think what we will do is I am going to continue. I'll continue crabbing with this, and I'll continue with the other boat. But in the meantime, we'll get a third medium-sized boat. We've got our small boat that's already fished out, and we'll get. We've got this medium boat that we're fished out on fish. Oh, speaking of which, I discovered this. You come to here, you can see your quota right here. You can see we're done on cod. We've plenty of pollock, but we don't dare do it because we'll end up with just cod. So I could have fished this one better, but at least we can still do our crab. We've hardly touched our quota on that. And see, even though we're out of room for crab, we've still got plenty of room on board the boat. So we've got, oh goodness, between 94 and 402. Well, let's see how we do. 271,000. That is pretty nice. That is a nice, decent haul. So yeah, I can still continue to do a lot with this boat. Let's actually, no, yeah, I'm going to have to go to here, aren't I? There's no way for me to look at it anywhere else right now. Not while we're docked. So yeah, we barely put a scratch in our quota. 50,000, that's a ton of crabs. So I can keep crabbing with this boat for the rest of the month. And then when crabbing season is over, I'll go back to the other boat and finish up its quota. I've got a full crew on that boat now. I'm sorry you didn't get a chance to see it. I really did want to show it to you. It goes pretty well because of the full crew. All Growler needs to do is just pilot the boat, park it right up next to the line, and they haul it in. I did figure out I do need to run 2 lines, because otherwise I need to hit those really rich fishing areas. And if those, if they fade, then I just don't make very much money. And that's part of why it was taking so long to make another videos, because it was just taking so long. This boat is fast and modern. I don't like the way it sits up high. This thing here is great most times, but in heavy seas, oh man, does it just rock like crazy. Of course, that's the big crabbing boat, which we don't want right now. This is a trawler, which we can't afford. Not with a cost of 14.9 million, almost 15 million. We could afford the Narset, which, like I said, it's a fast, modern boat. We can put out a lot of lines. I don't think I would ever put out that many lines. What sort of carrying capacity does it have? Does it say here? Did I ever find it? Length, weight, additional crew, quota, fuel tank, engines, max speed. No. It doesn't see how big the storage is on it. So that's what I'm wondering. If I can set out 20 nets, the storage space in this thing must be humongous. So this is also 20 nets. It has a higher per year quota, a larger crew, but it is a slower boat. I think I'm going to go ahead and get this one. And we'll go ahead and take a look at this today. It's going to cost us 3.3 million, so that's more than half the money we've got. But now you guys can actually see what we've got going here. On board, crew. Okay, let's get everybody on board. So, since we can carry our full crew, we'll carry our full crew. Okay, and we can actually go ahead and put upgrades on this thing. Let's go ahead and upgrade the heck out of it. engine on engine upgrade on it. We'll put the radar upgrades on it. And we'll put in a gutting machine. Never found a need to get a bigger gutting machine. We'll put in a freezer. And I think that's it. I'll get us a nicer searchlight. The stacking ×2, freezer ×2, and gutting machine ×2 allows you to put 2 people in each slot, but there's not really any point for us to do that. So we'll go ahead and head out with this guy. Let's get just 2 lines for right now, especially when they're $250,000 apiece. And we will go ahead and bait them with pollock like we've been doing. And we'll go ahead and take the crew out. Actually, before we go anywhere, let's have a look around. No. There we go. Okay, not quite as fancy as the other boat here. This is a much older boat. Yeah, we can go below there. We're going to go on deck first. Can we go up top again? Oh, we can go up top again. I like this. Our searchlight's way up here. Nice. Okay, we can take this down onto the foredeck. Well, there's a hatch here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that does anything. Down here. We can't go in there, sadly. Can we go in here? No! Oh, come on. I want to be able to go into the cabins. So here's our line reeling. It's a wooden box. This is sort of a step backwards technologically. There's our gutting machine. Some of the other stuff back here. Oh, we can go in here. Oh, that's... Oh, that just brings us back to... Okay, that brings us up to the wheelhouse. Oh, it just doesn't... I'm disappointed. I was hoping this would have a lot more interior than this. We don't even see our freezer machine. Okay. Well, that's that then. I'll show you how well this works with this big boat, and then we will be done. Interesting. Okay. Got a nice seat anyways. Nice view here. Okay. There were no side jets on this, but I don't think we'll need them. You know, maybe I should have... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and spend the money. Oh, we need to change name, too. Let's spend the money and upgrade the engine all the way. And let's change the name. What do you want the name to this one to be? No, Growler, come on!
Growler likes it. It was Moby D, now it's Growler D.
No, let's go to sea. Good God. Oh, dear. Hopefully this thing will have a bit more pickup of speed. I do like these older-fashioned boats. They are pretty nice. We'll see how this one handles weather. Hopefully it handles it better than the other boat, the last 2 boats we've had. But I'm not going to do a whole lot with this one right off. I'll finish up the other 2 boats first, starting with the crabbing boat. But I do want to see what this thing can do. So take Enar here as our repairman. So we'll just go ahead and put him on there. There's doing that. These guys, I'm not going to place them on anything yet. Oh, let's get some cooking. You get some cooking done. We don't have any food aboard this one. I'm not sure exactly how it helps, but having food available, which is what this box is for, does indeed, or it is supposed to help with your crew fatigue. And you can see everyone's got some decent fatigue. And everyone's topped up right now because they've been on shore. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll go back to all species. Yeah, let's go on out here. We're doing 11 knots. This thing is slow. But this has an actual larger quota than the other boat we were on, even though we might not be able to use all of it because of the cod issue. Let's go ahead and lay a line right here. Even though we might not be able to use all of it because of the cod issue, but we should be able to make easily. Well, we can probably make another 3-4 million off from the Growler's Pride, and then we should be able to make another 8 million or something off from this boat. So hopefully we'll be able to afford a trawler next, and then that's about all I can do until, you know, the year comes around again, and, you know, it's July of 2018 and we can go back into crabbing. But yeah, I think it's going to be a while before we can do another episode. This is probably going to be the last episode of this for a while, at least. I'm going to have to, you know, work us up to getting a trawler. All right, let me get these lines in the water, and then I'll wait for them to be ready, and then we'll pick them up. Okay, we are back. And I got to say, even though, you know, this is an older, slower boat, I really like it a lot. You go right here. Tor, you go right here. And Sander, you go right there. I don't know how they all got mixed up in order. Maybe because I hadn't actually taken them out since I reassigned them to this boat. I like this boat. This is a really cool design, and I'll show you guys in just a minute. We got 2 people on deck. Who knows where the other 3 people are? Well, one's in the engine room, which we can't get to. I suspect this is going to handle better in high seas. We will see. Okay. Yeah, I love... Even though there's no interior, I love the way we can walk around. So we can stand here and watch Lance pull in fish. And really, from inside the pilot house, you have a pretty good view, because you can obviously see well here, but if you need to, you can see back here. You can see the line you're laying, and you can pretty much look all around. It's really nice. And then, if you really want to, you know, Lance could bring Growler up here and, you know, have a romantic moment.
Growler isn't liking that idea too much.
But yeah, we can see her working on the gutting machine, and that is some serious blonde hair she has. Her working on the Karen working on the gutting machine, Lance pulling in our catch, which is out of sight there. A little deck back here. I just love it. I love it. It's an older boat. It's slow as can be. I don't know what the radar range on it is like, but I like it a lot. I will probably check out the radar range at some point and see just how far it's stretching. I have a feeling it's stretching pretty far. But I think this is going to be a last episode of this for a while, because from now on, this is going to be slow slog, working our way up to enough money for a trawler, because I think that's going to be the next thing we can do. And wow, I didn't realize we'd spent all our money, hadn't we? I didn't realize how low we actually were. We spent that whole $6 million on doing all of this. So we are definitely starting all over again. So we're going to have to earn money with crabbing, finish up with the other boat, and then move on to doing this boat. Or maybe I'll switch back and forth between this one and the other one. How did we do? We did terribly. Alright, I am going to go ahead and we'll move up to here. Come on, there we go. No, I don't... Oh, for goodness sakes. Go. Yeah, the bad part is, yeah, how well I keep meaning to try to navigate from here. Yeah, you'd have to have someone in the bow in real life to tell you where your buoy is, because I sure can't see it from here. Maybe if I were able to stand up and steer. Oh, there it is. I can see it just above that. Is that a capstan? I don't think that's a... I'm not sure what that's called. It's not a capstan. The capstan's the one that rotates. You use to haul in a line. I'm not sure what that's called. It's just a mooring point. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this hauled in. And I think that's going to be it. I'll probably see you guys in another week or two whenever I earn enough money to get that trawler. Okay, I'm going to have to switch to this view so I can see what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, and this thing is so slow I can kick up the throttle. I'm running the throttle like it's the one of the other boats. I think this is probably our slowest boat. I think even that first boat we had was faster than this one. Oh, I don't need to press anything. I just need to get it into range. I'll go ahead and turn it, try to keep the line at the right angle here. Alright. Well, that's it. We are hauling in our catch. And then I will switch back to the crabbing boat and, you know, probably spend the next week crabbing. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And we will see you next time. Have a great day. Growler, why are you here?
Growler's time slot. Growler's here.
What do you mean your time slot? We don't like to do time slot things. It's like sometimes weekends are yours, sometimes they're Lance's. It's just, you know, it's the way it is. Alright, let's swing.
Where are the arid Badlands? What's that stupid looking thing?
That's a robot.
What am I doing?
You're gonna be like an adventurer. They call them vault hunters.
What's the ball?
Well, supposed to have all sorts of good stuff in it. Alright, it's interesting. You might get a little sun there, buddy.
Well, of course I've been getting a little sun. And on these islands forever. You keep making me get naked and start over again.
Well, it's good for you. You know, it builds character.